computer. Hello, everyone. Good evening from me from Malaysia. Those of you who do not know me, my name is Dr. James Ong, and I'm the Group Branding Director of Prive International, as well as the host in the live stream that we conduct every Sunday. So today we are going to have a product seminar and introduce to you all our products, or basically the main products, 3 of them. All right, so without much further ado, let's get started. And this will be recorded and it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, meant for every one of you. Okay, so here we go. Prive International. It's slightly more than 1 year old, still a baby, right, in terms of being a corporation. And it's doing pretty well, definitely. Very well. More than 50 countries in slightly more than a year. It's extremely well by any standard, right? Now, medical disclaimers. iTerracare Classics, iTerracare Premium, iTerracare Pro are not medical devices. Information provided is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you're seeking medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All right, let's move forward. So these are the 3 beautiful looking devices that has basically changed the world. All right. We have the Pro, which is the heavy duty, more for the medical professional or those in therapeutical kind of setup. And then the Premium is for household use, better quality compared to the Classic, but the Classic is not too bad. It has helped save a lot of lives around the world, with the Classic. And basically more affordable. All right, we'll come to the pricing later on. Okay, so what is terahertz? Well, before I joined this company, and when did I join this company? Well, I joined in May, but I was informed about it in early April. It took me a few weeks to digest everything, research everything, and finally decided to take a deep dive and agreed to join the company to set up their live stream. That was May 1. Labor Day. So what was terahertz? Well, at that time, I didn't know, I'll be honest with you. So what is terahertz to you if you're listening for the first time? Terahertz is a kind of wave that sits between microwave and infrared. Okay, so it's been there. It's been there. Some call it the gap. All right, so it's a gap, but it's now getting into biomedical world's attention because of what it can do. So it sits in the middle between microwave and infrared that we are aware of, and it's used in different technologies around the world that we are familiar with. Is of course the airport security, because we walk through the airport scanners and they can see right through us. So you see, terahertz can penetrate through your clothes, your skin, your bones, and display everything, right? If you're carrying a metal gun, it will show. But it does not ionize your body. It does not harm you. That's why it's very safe. And that's why airports around the world, instead of using X-ray, they use this terahertz radiation, right? But it does not ionize your body. Then it's also used in 5G and 6G and medical detection, and more uses along the way as they find a lot of wonderful stuff coming from terahertz technology. Okay, who invented this? Well, it was way back in 2014 when a biomedical scientist, Yang Wenjun from China, okay? And in 2014, he invented this very expensive looking thing, right, at that time. Really, really expensive compared to the price today. And it's been like, well, 2014, 8 years already. So it's not that new, but it's still considered new in the therapeutical world, I would say, right? Because it's able to perform wonders to your body. Now, in China itself, they have done 62 clinical tests, and this is done by the Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology. So a lot of all these reports came out from there, and they have been quite amazing. We'll share 1 or 2 of them later on. Another thing is our Malaysian company Well, we've been given the global exclusivity by the company, the factory, Donghai Deshang, and we have exclusivity around the world. And there are basically 4 points, 4 key points I would like to break it down to why this product is so popular globally. All right, let me just go back. First one is it stimulates the stem cells. Second, activates your body's cells. It resonates, vibrate at the same frequency. It's safe, as I've highlighted a while ago, and user-friendly. Very simple. Just blow. Just blow. Simple as that. Even if you blow wrongly, it'll still hit your body, right? It's still going to work for you. Okay. So instead of the hair dryer, just use it to blow your hair. It will work wonders, right? Now, let's talk about stem cells. Well, the first thing is that these terahertz will penetrate 20 to 30 cm or around 10 to 1 foot, 10 inches to 1 foot into your body. And not to say into, through your body, all right? So if you put it here, it's going to end up behind. And it goes through your body, your shirt, your skin, everything. So if you have a glass, it's going to go through the glass as well, all right? I'll talk about that in a while, how you can basically warm the water and drink it. So when it goes to your bone, it's going to do something amazing. And that is to stimulate the stem cells, which is in your bone marrow. Okay. And this is not just coming from me. I've done my research in April, and this is what I have found. All right. This came from the Russian Academy of Sciences. And what they have found is something pretty amazing. Okay. Pretty amazing. And well, this is what, let me see. Did I? Oh, okay. It is recorded. I thought I didn't record this. Yeah. So the Russian scientists, and this is a huge academy comprising of 100 over 1,000 employees. Wikipedia tells you all about it. And about 40 over 1,000 scientists. And what they are saying is, I highlighted this, effects of terahertz radiation on stem cells. It was shown that exposure to ultra broadband pulse terahertz radiation to a maximum at 10 terahertz, okay, blah, 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 for 9 hours, promoted differentiation of mouse mesenchymal stem cells. Okay, so let me just pause for a while. What this terahertz does is that it will go to your bone and it will stimulate the stem cells, which is in your bone marrow. Stem cells, some of us already know, is very helpful because it can basically repair and replace damaged cells in our body. All right. And for this terahertz to stimulate it, then it sort of like wakes it up. And then now it's able to go to all the damaged portion of our body and repair ourselves. Okay, so it sounds good, and it is actually good. That's what stem cells therapy in most medical hospitals around the world, they are charging a lot, right? And what they're doing is they can do mesenchymal stem cells, embryonic stem cells, pluripotent stem cells on the skin, and so on. There are many ways, many different types. So mesenchymal stem cells is essentially taking out a part of your body, like for example, in humans, we have our fat, right? So they suck it out a bit like liposuction, suck it out, and then separate the stem cells from the other stuff. And then they store the stem cells under very cold, extreme condition, negative, I can't remember how many degrees Celsius, negative. And then the doctor will then ask you to come back maybe 3 or 4 times. And each time, he will inject into your damaged organ. So stem cells, when they are undifferentiated, means it has no specific function. When it goes to your particular organ, it becomes differentiated. What it means is that if it goes to your liver, it becomes liver cells. If it goes to your kidney, it becomes kidney cells. It goes to your blood, becomes blood cells. Okay, so you want to have stem cells because from undifferentiated, it becomes differentiated. So if you read again now in this document that I've highlighted, yes, they didn't do it on humans, they did it on mouse. But what it says is that the mouse mesenchymal stem cells, Okay, it promoted differentiation of mouse mesenchymal stem cells, which is good. It promotes, all right, the differentiation, and that's what you want. So when I saw this document, if you take a closer look at this document, it was published in 2020. So it's considered quite recent, all right? It's published in 2020. So it makes it all the more exciting that we are involved in a new technology. And to run a human clinical trial costs a lot of money. And pharmaceutical companies, they do it because they patented the drug. They spend billions just to run a clinical trial because that's also the requirement to register your drug in United States or some of the countries around the world. And when they do a human clinical trial and they're able to prove it, then they get their return on investment. That's fine. But for the Russian Academy of Sciences, there is no registration whatsoever. They just did it for the love of science, okay? So they did it on mice, and that was what they have found. And I got excited when I saw that. And that was good enough for me, and that led me to join the company. Then I researched a little bit further, and I found this synaptic transmission. Synaptic is our cellular communication from our neurons, all right? Synaptic transmission. So this particular one from the National Library of Medicine, right? PubMed, it says this: terahertz exposure enhances neuronal synaptic transmission. Okay, terahertz exposure enhances. So enhances means is better, right? Becoming better, enhances neuronal synaptic transmission. So what does that mean? Neuronal, well, neurons, we know it's the brain, right? And then the synaptic transmission, here is a definition. An understanding of synaptic transmission is the key to understanding the basic operation of the nervous system at a cellular level. Without transmission, there is no direct communication between cells. There would be only individual isolated cells. The whole point of the nervous system is to control and coordinate body function and enable the body to respond to and act on the environment. Synaptic transmission is the key to is the key process in the integrative action of the nervous system. So guys, the reason why I wanted to research this is because they show me a guy who couldn't speak, and then suddenly after being blown for like 15-20 minutes he was able to speak. I'm like, oh really, too good to be true, right? So I was one of the skeptics, and then when I found this document to show that yeah, it does help the central nervous system in the synaptic transmission, and that's why it explains a lot of stroke patients within Prive International. And I think in 2 weeks time I'll be interviewing one stroke patient, very young, okay? And after just a few times of blow, he came to our office on this thing, walker, and then he left without it. So it's pretty amazing. You will hear his story, all right? I think 2 weeks, hang on, December 18, sorry, December 18. So it's oh no, December 11, sorry. Yeah, he's gonna be on December 11. At the same time, I'll be interviewing the CEO of Europe, okay, together. Yes, so it's going to be very exciting to watch that live stream and what they have to share with us. Okay, so here, not only does it stimulate your stem cells, but also it sort of like help in the neuronal synaptic transmission. And yeah, imagine the application of that in terms of Alzheimer, Parkinson, stroke patient, dementia, especially elderly people. It's so sad when your own mother cannot recognize you. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is amazing. I mean, this I can never say enough or be thankful enough to be introduced to this product. Okay, because a lot of people out there, they need it. All right. So here, the second important benefit and feature is, of course, it vibrates at the same frequency as our body's cells. All right. And to show you what resonance means is this. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is what it means. So when it's all the same frequency, then you see the ping pong balls can move. All right. So that's why it's so powerful, because not only it can stimulate the stem cells, but also your other cells, your trillions of cells. It gets a little bit like your iPhone or Samsung or Android. When the battery goes down, you basically recharge it. All right. So that's what essentially it's doing. And the third thing is that it's safe. Okay. So this is the radiation test, and it will show the reading is 0. Okay. And not only the radiation test, they also did the UV test. And I mean, these devices are not difficult to, these testers are not difficult to buy online, and you can test it yourself. Okay. So when you blow on it, it's no radiation or no EMF radiation. All right. Then we go on the UV test. Similarly, it's very safe. Okay, moving on. And it works very well when you have inflammation. It works very well. I don't know how to explain this, but it's just something that we have a lot of testimonials. People with this pain, that pain, knee pain, that, all kinds of pain. And pain is usually attributed to inflammation. 15-20 minutes and the pain disappears. So when the inflammation is gone, well, a lot of our problems will disappear as well along with it, okay? Because everything more or less starts from inflammation through a prolonged period of time, becomes a disease, okay? So that's why this product, it can speak because it works fast. Then lastly, simple, just blow. These are all the points, all right? Just blow. And like I said, even those of you who don't know where to blow or blow wrongly, I was interviewing a lady from, I think, America, and she was saying she didn't know where to blow, and she blew it on her husband who's sick, and his kidneys or something like that improved, So there you go. Even if you don't know how to blow, as long as you blow. And you blow it, if you have a chronic illness right now, you can blow it twice a day, 4 hours apart. The reason why 4 hours apart is so that your body can adjust and rest. And don't blow it in the evening, because your energy will be too high and you may have insomnia, difficulty to sleep. So if for those of you who are okay, just do it once a day. That's good enough. And each time you do it, 15-20 minutes is good enough. Okay, 15-20 minutes to me is good enough. So it's very safe, very, very safe. Right. Future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies, right? This is Albert Einstein. Everyone knows who he is. So in future, if you have a headache, blow. If you have a pain, blow. All right. So you want to increase your energy. Now, let's try to understand why energy works, because we as humans, we are made of energy. Our bodies are made of molecules, atoms, right? And science have already found in 2012 that beneath the subatomic particles is an energy field, which they have found, and they have called it the Higgs field. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people still do not understand and does not know, even though it was discovered in 2012. And because of that, we are all made of energy. All right. So energy is everything. Everything is energy. Now, if you find that somebody is not feeling well, or feeling sick, or feeling depressed, is his energy or her energy high or low? It's low, isn't it? So when you raise your energy, everything sort of, gets better. And not only that, if you believe in the law of attraction, which I do, if you believe in the law of attraction, when your frequency goes up and your energy goes up, then you attract positive things. When your energy goes down, you attract not so good. All right. So yeah. Anyway, I voted to a new government in Malaysia. All right, so this is the indelible ink made in India. still didn't want to come off after 1 week. Okay, maybe I should use nail polish to get rid of it. Anyway, that's just a side joke. All right, now moving on. So we are made of energy. So if our energy is low, blow terahertz. And not only that, blow on the water and drink it. Okay, blow on the water and drink it. And that's as easy as it gets, because our body is 60-70% water. And if you give energy water to our cells, wow, it's going to do wonderful stuff. All right, so it's not suitable for people with heart problem. Don't blow it there if you have a stent or pacemaker or anything metal in your body. And of course, if you're pregnant, always consult your physician. All right. Now, these are the 3 wonderful products that have changed the world. And we are now into more than 50 countries. Our #1 market until today is still America. And Malaysia is still #2. All right. And Indonesia is still #3. This has been going on for the last few months. All right. #4, #5, well, it keeps changing. Sometimes it's Vietnam, sometimes it's Thailand, sometimes it's India, sometimes it's, I don't know. Right. So it depends. So you can also use it for beauty. All right. And a lot of people, they just blow on their faces. They just blow on their faces. And what I do is for the classic, there are 3 settings. I just go on the mild one, #2, and I just blow on my face, right? But now I've already upgraded to premium, so I use low heat, all right? And you find the tightening, right? You feel the tightening, and this is kind of like a facelift. But the thing is, this facelift is permanent, all right? So you can see, if you blow half your face, you can see that O shape will become V shape in a few minutes. And all these crow's feet, and yeah. Amazing, right? Too good to be true? Well, you try it yourself. And this lady is someone I know from the Philippines, and she was blowing her eyes. But in the process of blowing her eyes for 2 weeks, because she wanted to have a better eyesight, without knowing, look at the face. Luckily, she took a photo. A lot of people, they never bothered to take the before photo, and they never had something to compare with. But here you can see on the right-hand side, 2 weeks later, the wrinkles and the eye, everything is like tightening up, isn't it? Isn't it? Even the face, the cheek, everything. So you're going to look younger. That will be a wonderful side effect of this product. Okay, so this is also another part of our community, all right? Rick Oliver, well, he was sponsored by Remy from the Philippines, and this is his mother in New York. And she had difficulty walking, eating for quite a few months. And after they bought it, and I facilitated, I helped them to buy. I was teaching them how to buy. Rick, Oliver, and Thelma, the sister. And look at the mom.
How big this?
Look at the mom. Belize is fast. Yeah. So even in Filipino, they live in New York, but they still speak Tagalog. Look at that. Happy, yeah. Walk now. She's 91 years old, and now she can draw and color, and yeah. So getting her quality life back. Okay, and that's amazing. This other brother of mine is from Vietnam, a good friend of mine, known for years. And he loves bodybuilding. Okay. And for some reason, his body just crashed. And that was in February 2022, a few months ago. I saw him personally, because I'm into the energy world, and there was a big convention in Kuala Lumpur. I was the organizer. 1,400 people attended KLCC, the Twin Tower. And I was one of the main person in charge, and I saw him. And he was like, every few minutes, he had to spit out the phlegm. And the wife was carrying a container beside him all the time, everywhere he went. And he was so skinny, right? And it was kind of sad for me. And a lot of people actually thought that he's going to die. Even the doctors gave up on him because they have no cure for him. They sent him home. Wow. So I met him, and I went to Vietnam. Sorry, I went to Vietnam. I introduced to him, and he took the device. And wow, within just a few weeks, he came back, and now he's back into the gym, and now he's doing tremendous sales, right? Because he just talk about his own story, all right? And it's a true to life story. It's just amazing. I'm just happy for him. Good to see him back again. All right. Then we have people who want to lose weight. Well, you drink the water, you want yourself, your metabolic rate will rise and it's going to burn better, and your appetite and digestion and everything. You don't have to go dieting or no, it's okay. And your body will just go back to normal. Isn't it amazing? So this is what it does for you when your cells are able to function efficiently. All right. Varicose veins seems to work fantastic. Within minutes, you will be able to expect some result. Okay. And I did that in Vietnam myself. A lady's mom, I taught her how to blow on the mom, and she did. And yeah, within minutes, she couldn't believe it either. Okay. Then this is a gentleman that I saw. He couldn't speak, and they blew on him for 20 minutes, and he was able to speak. And that's why I researched the neuronal synaptic transmission document. All right. And unfortunately, nowadays, there's a lot of skin diseases everywhere, even children. And is it the environment? Is it because we're using more chemicals, more pollutants, more allergens? And I think so. Yeah. A lot of chemicals are being used around, outside, inside house, everywhere now. So all these things are getting into the system, which is trying to get rid of it. And yeah, we have psoriasis, we have eczema, and so on. And yeah, terahertz frequency helps. Okay, it helps. I have a case in Belgium. A lady had eczema on her ear, went to a lot of specialists in Europe, couldn't get it done. And within 3 weeks, it got healed because I told her to one here and one her spine for the stem cell and drink the water. 3 weeks. Okay. So to see is to believe. Try it. Right. Psoriasis. And this one here is unable to open, close, okay, unable to. And you know what? For someone who cannot open, close the fist, to be able to do it is amazing. All right. And I'm just going to let you guys see this for the first time.
Explain what's going on, Daryl.
So I
Live.
couldn't bend my fingers because the swelling was so bad at my knuckles and below my knuckles. And but we've been doing it maybe 30, 60 seconds, 2 minutes.
Look at that.
I could not bend my hand like at all. I'm speechless, like seriously.
It's really cool when you can see results so fast. You know.
Try to
Well, bend that one. See if it shows how.
go as far as I can bend them.
Okay.
Wow. You couldn't bend it earlier.
For a long, long time.
It's only been about 20, 30 seconds. Oh my.
I cannot believe it.
Look at that. Who would have thunk it, huh?
This is miraculous. Like, I am completely shocked.
Wow.
I could not have done that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Look at that.
Can you guys feel her emotion? It's amazing. It's really amazing. And well, you guys have it first. I'm going to show this in the coming live stream on December 4th. All right. And it makes me smile when I see things like that happen. And it's nice to be part of a business, part of an organization that, you know, you can earn, but you're helping people. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing here at Prive International.
Wait.
Okay. So moving on, a lot to cover. Dowager's hump disappears. Frozen lock shoulder within 15-20 minutes, no more. And we've done that many, many times everywhere. And here we go. Another lump below her breast disappeared in 2 weeks. Heart problem. His legs became black, and just blowing for minutes, it became brown, you know. So that's also in my live stream, so I won't go too much detail. So many, that's just too numerous. And this lady couldn't walk with a walking stick. You see the pain in her face, her eyes. Yeah. Her discomfort. And then the next one, after 15 minutes, look at the smile. Indonesia. Look at that. Amazing. Only one therapy. And this lady couldn't really bend without pain on her knees, right? And after 1 week, twice a day, she's able to run. Morning and afternoon. Can walk straight? Yes. Can you run? Yes, can run. Can you show us how? Yeah. Oh, very fast. Amazing. And we have a worldwide product liability insurance up to $1 million for all our products. Okay, happy customers everywhere. As I said before, more than 50 countries now, right? And yeah, I want to show you this, how to warm the water. Just on your glass of water, doesn't even have to be such a big one. And just blow on it for 1 minute. Okay, that's all it takes, and then drink it.
Good day, everyone. We took a drop of blood and test with microscope. We found the blood is sticking together. After that, we take 300 ml of water and we charge using the blower, which generate high terahertz technology. It's about 2-inch distance, about 30 seconds. After doing that 30 seconds, and we give the person to drink, and we waited for almost about 10 minutes. We test the blood is separated and beautiful. It's moving fast. The chose is also clean the blood and it remove all the toxin.
Amazing. Now to show energy water, this is India. There's Madam Veda, our managing director.
Let's check the energy. It's showing 100% positive.
చూస్తారా అన్ని చోట్ల ఎనర్జీ ఉందట గ్లాస్ లో అదే తిరుగుతుంది 360లలో ఈయన మీలాగా ఒక ఆయన చూస్తాను మెషిన్ చూస్తా వచ్చిన ఆయన ఆయన టెక్చర్ కలుగుతారండి
You got another glass?
సార్
Bring another glass. Other glass with normal water. Normal water. Bring here and pour.
ఓ ఇన్ దిస్ గ్లాస్ రైట్ ఓకే ఈనా
Okay. So this is normal water
నార్మల్ వాటర్
and this is terahertz water. So let's check the energy of normal water. It is showing minus. That means this water contains no energy at all. It's so-called mineral water. Now let's check the energy of terahertz water. It is showing 100% positive.
Great,
గ్రేట్
thank you very.
Okay, so moving on to the next product. Well, 60-70% of our body is water, right? And water is life. So let's find out more about this product. Before that, there are miracle sites in the world, and one of them happens to be in India, Nadana, right? I'm sure you guys have probably heard about it. And Lourdes in France, Lacote in Mexico, Nadana in Germany, and many more, where people queue up just to get the water to drink, and miracles happen to their health, right? And it has been said that there's one common ingredient in this water, and that is hydrogen. Okay, now, what is hydrogen in water? How can it help? Benefits of hydrogen. And this is taken from, again, I use PubMed Central, NIH, which is a government, US government website, and it's credible. Hydrogen is extremely unique since it has the capability to act at the cellular level. Hydrogen is qualified to cross the blood-brain barrier to enter the mitochondria. Wow, that is a powerhouse of cells, and even has the ability to translocate to the nucleus under certain conditions. There are also few side effects involving hydrogen. In other words, it's inert, thus making hydrogen a perfect medical gas candidate for the convention of novel therapeutic strategies against cardiovascular, cerebrovascular, cancer, wow, the big C, cancer, metabolic and respiratory diseases and disorders. There you have it. These are the benefits of hydrogen. Okay, so how does these 7 wonders produce hydrogen? Well, it contains mineral. When minerals mix with H2O, all right, it will produce hydrogen. So this hydrogen gas will bubble up and it will go up. And because the container is sealed, right, it cannot go up, it has to go back down. So it gets dissolved into the water. That's why it's called dissolved hydrogen. So how do you measure dissolved hydrogen? Well, it's in parts per billion or parts per million. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. This is on YouTube channel, but I'm just going to show you how we measure.
Over here is our 7 wonders water, and let's take a quick look, right, of what is the dissolved hydrogen level. So here, as we put it in,
0.
and I'm sure you can see that the reading is 0, right? So over here, we are now going to put it in 7 wonders water, and you can see the reading is more than 1,000.
All right, next. We have another thing called the oxidation reduction potential. Now, oxidation is not good. It's just like an apple, you slice it into half, it becomes brown. That is oxidation. It's aging, all right? So oxidation reduction, that's good, okay? So we want to see the oxidation reduction potential, the ORP. So the more negative the reading, it shows the ORP is very, very good in terms of drinkable water. The more positive it is, then it's less good, all right? It's more contaminated. So let's take a look at our Seven Wonders water. What is the reading?
Just water. So if you have a positive reading in the ORP, it means that the water is more contaminated. If you have a negative reading and the more negative it is, then it is less contaminated. So you want to have for good quality water, negative reading. So let's see now, what is the reading on this normal water? I guess you can see it's a positive reading, right? And then when I transfer it here, it will show you a negative reading. So here it shows that the ORP, or oxidation reduction potential, is definitely much better in Seven Wonders water.
All right, next, alkaline. We all know that the food and drink and coffee and stuff like that that we have been consuming, this is a pH chart, they are mainly acidic, okay? So our ideal pH level for our body should be 7.35 to 7.45, which is slightly alkaline. But unfortunately, most of the stuff that we are consuming, they are acidic. So we need to neutralize, okay? So if you take fruits, vegetables, that's good, they are alkaline. But then again, we don't take enough. We don't consume enough of fruits and vegetables, am I right? So that's why we have to have Seven Wonders water. So going back, this is how it shows the alkaline
We'll
reading.
now make a few drops.
Okay. So you can immediately see the color.
And I'll
If you
just
remember
quickly
the
stir
pH
it.
color chart.
So you can see it's very obvious that this one is a little bit acidic and this one is alkaline.
Okay, moving on. Now, next. Reduction in molecular size. So water, it comes in clusters. And what you want is microclusters, because microclusters means better absorption of nutrients when you consume your food. So here, reduction in molecular size is good. If it goes into your body, you'll be able to absorb the nutrients more effectively. And this is how we show it. All right. We use chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
Okay. You can use tea leaves or anything, and you see how fast it dissolves.
Okay. In equal amount, approximately. Maybe put a little bit more. Okay. All right.
This is my office in Kuala
And
Lumpur, by
then
the
we'll
way.
just give it a quick stir.
Can you see how fast it dissolves?
I think it is fairly obvious, isn't it?
Micro
Right?
cluster, right?
It is fairly obvious.
Okay, moving
And the
on.
one on the right, which is our Seven Wonders water, the result is there.
Then we have antioxidant. Well, oxidation is not good, so antioxidant is good, right? So a lot of people take food supplements and so on, but hydrogen water has the highest antioxidant ever. And how do we measure that? Well, we show it to you by them. Okay.
Now it is very, this time,
Sorry, we put iodine.
1,
Okay.
2.
We put iodine.
And this time we're gonna stir. Now
It's
it
colorless.
is very, very obvious if you can just compare the two. So this one is, obviously, it has antioxidant property. Now, to make it more convincing, right, I'm going to put this, right, something that people love, and we're gonna add some more and see what happens. Okay. Give it a good. So you can see, right? You can see this one here has changed. The oxidation process has definitely occurred, right? And clean glass. And now I'm going to transfer this over here and pour our water. So this is what we have.
Right. You convinced yet? Not yet. Mineral water. All right. We all know that mineral water is good for us. And also, as I've highlighted to you a while ago, we are all energy. So if we are energy, we need mineral water. All right. As a conductor of electricity.
Wonders flask. Okay. And just give it a little bit of shake, a little bit of time. And pop this one in. And you can see the light.
Okay, last but not least is antibacterial. Okay, so 7 wonders, basically 7 benefits, all right, in the water, 7. And I'm not going to go through that again. I already just shown you 7. And let's move along. All right, let's move along. So it's easy to prepare, just pour. So you drink it, you bring it along to work or to everywhere. Put purified water, okay? In your country, if tap water is dirty, don't put tap water, put purified water. Keep it there, seal it tight for a few minutes, and then after that, you can pour it out and drink it, all right? You can put hot water, you can put warm water, but if you put warm or hot water, the hydrogen will produce faster, okay? So if you use normal room temperature, then it will take a little bit longer, but yeah. And these minerals, it has to be replaced every around 500 times or around 3 months, 500 times before you replace the core minerals. Okay, I have done videos on YouTube, so go and see our YouTube channel, all the instructions about 7 wonders. Okay, another thing is this wonderful pendant, Iron Shield. When I was in India recently, everyone asked me, "Oh, what are you wearing, sir?" You know, and it's a good topic of conversation for a lot of people because they are curious. And what this thing does is actually it emits or it produces negative ion. And where do you find negative ion? You find it in waterfall, in the forest, after the rain, in the sea, and so on, right? But hey, negative ion is good. We all know that because it's able to improve your circulation and also at the same time, get rid of all the positively charged particles around you and drop to the ground. But we don't get the luxury of living in waterfall area, by the beach, or in the forest, or in the mountain, right? We live in the city. And if you're from Delhi, wow, good luck. From Mumbai, wow, good luck. Anil, are you here? If you're, depending on where you're from. But most cities now are pretty bad, pretty polluted, right? Sorry, guys. But that's the harsh reality in the world that we live in today. It produces 60 million per cubic centimeter of negative ions. Centimeter cubic is so small, right? It produces 60 million. So what's the proof? There you go. This is the Iron Shield test. You smoke a cigarette and you put it inside and you leave it there within seconds. It's gone. It neutralizes. Isn't it amazing? All right. So Yes, I'm the host of many live streams we've done. I think 26 already so far. And every live stream is an inspirational story. All right. Either on financial or health. Okay. And the last one, last Sunday, wow, this one is almost going viral now. 6,000, 7,000 views already in 2 days. And unfortunately, it's these two people who have gone through vaccination and they suffered injuries because of the vaccines. And yeah, for almost a year, they were in real desperate situations. But well, iTerra Care found them, or they found iTerra Care, and within just 4 or 5 treatment, they got healed. So it's amazing, it's amazing. And this is our HQ in Kuala Lumpur. That's where I am right now in Kuala Lumpur. And yeah, we care for people. That's what the company does. We care for people. And these are the bosses, right? They're pretty amazing, awesome people. I mean, yeah, they really love people. They really care. And right now, they're in Taiwan. They travel a lot. My goodness. I mean, just to see how and where they travel is pretty scary. They travel a lot, all right? And that's because they love the business and they just want to share around the world and meet the people, the community all over. So this slide was prepared many months ago. It's 40 countries. Now it's more than 50 countries. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I think I'll just stop here. And well, what do you think, guys? Isn't it amazing? Well, if you're new here, I hope I've said enough for you to want to buy the product, try the product, and be the product of our iTerra Care, right? Be a wonderful byproduct of our product before you start doing the business. So this business is something that can really help change. It's life-changing, because once you reach the different ranking, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, wow, your income is going to be huge. People now are earning more than $100,000 a month. Amazing. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this and try our product and then do the business.